Hey, parents and students, this is Mr. Swain. It's Friday. That means it's time for eNews. You'll get one of these from me every Friday, right around 5 o'clock. This week, I have my voice back, so I can actually do this, which is I prefer to do it this way much more anyway than trying to do it written. I think you get more information from me this way. So anyway, this is our eNews that we will do on Fridays. We got a couple of things I just want to highlight about the eNews, and then as you look down through the eNews, you will see a whole bunch of information. I encourage you to read through it, find the stuff that's pertinent to you or is important to you or your family or your kid, and read those things. Other things is just information of things that are going on here at school. They get a little more detailed as the year goes on, as we get more activities planned. What I do want to highlight in this week's eNews, there's a couple of things. Number one, there's an announcement in here about cross country. If your kiddo is interested in cross country, I believe the first day of practice is either the 27th or 28th of August. It's in the eNews down here. You just find that section where it says Cougar Athletics. There's a piece in there about cross country. Also, if your student is interested in one-act play, they've moved one-act play from the spring to the fall, and we got to get started on it pretty quick. So next week on Tuesday, there's a meeting after school in Ms. Garfias's room, and she will tell all the kids everything that they need to know about one-act play. If you have questions about it, just email Ms. Garfias. Her name is Stephanie Garfias, and it's just Stephanie_Garfias at roundrockiSD.com or .org, and she'll answer any questions that you have. Also in this eNews, we do have football and volleyball schedules. I do need to point out that the district has gone to no cash transactions for athletic events. And so there's a link in here as well to how you purchase you can buy a season-long pass, or you can just buy ticket by ticket. I believe the tickets are only for our games will only be available on game day. I don't know if they'll be on the link or if you'll have to actually scan the QR code when you get here to buy your tickets, but they have gone completely cashless in that regard. So just something to keep in mind as you are thinking about either you coming to the game or your kids coming to the game, how that's going to work. I do also want to point out that our PTA has been hard at work. If you have not joined PTA, I would encourage you to do so, but they've already been hard at work organizing spirit nights. And our first spirit night is Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. It'll be at Chipotle. Chipotle is a great place because they give 33% of the proceeds come back to the school's PTA, and they did a great job for us a couple of times we had them last year. So I really encourage you. It is on August 23rd. I believe it's 5 to 9 p.m. If you go, you need to take the flyer. I put it in here. But you also, if you do it online, there's an online order code that you need to use to make sure that our school gets credit for that. I encourage you to go, send all your family to go, and I'll make an announcement on Wednesday just to remind everybody as well. I'll make a phone call that just reminds everybody. Also in here, you'll notice at the bottom of every eNews, there's a calendar of the upcoming week's events. Next week's pretty small. There's not a whole lot of stuff just simply because we're just getting started. We do have cheer practice on Monday, and then I always try to put the Dragon football game on there as well because most of our kids, almost all of our kids go to Round Rock High School, and we are very closely associated with them. The last thing I would like to point out about this week's eNews is all of our new staff members are highlighted. There's a picture and a little bio about each one of them if they are new to Chisholm Trail, so you get a feel for who they are. There's a couple that started with us last year after school started, and we didn't do this for them, so I wanted to make sure we included them as well in here. So take that opportunity to look through there and see if there's anything else on there, anything you would like to know about them as well. One last thing that is in here. There's always, two last things. There's always a section for things going on around the area, either from Round Rock High School or if there's just something that comes across my desk that's an opportunity for your kid or your family. I'd like to put those in there. This week, there's one in there about the Dragon Ed Junior Clinic that's coming up. You can register for that through that. I think there's a QR code on it. And also on here, there's a QR code for you to go ahead and purchase your yearbook if you would like to do that. All that good stuff is in this eNews. You can just scroll down and kind of see it. Last but not least, we had a great first week of school. The kids were fantastic. Our sixth graders, I told a lot of them as they were coming to their lockers, they survived their first week. They were outstanding all week long. Teachers have been super impressed. We've had a lot of good energy in the building, lots of team building activities in classrooms, and I'm really proud of the staff and of your kids for just coming in, jumping in. It's hard to do 4 days that first week, and they were all looked pretty tired as they were coming in this morning, but I think we finished strong. It's supposed to be hot all weekend. I would say get outside and do something fun, but maybe the better idea is to stay inside and do something fun. But I did see 90s on the horizon for next week, so maybe we'll get a little relief. Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.